Hi, this is Kavita Suresh Kumar, and in this video I am going to demonstrate how to create multi-document MongoDB transaction in Python applications. I am going to use Visual Studio Code Editor for adding my code. First I am going to create a Python virtual environment. Go to View, Command Palette, click Python Create Environment, Virtual Environment. I am going to select Python 3.12.1. The environment is getting created. The environment is created successfully. Now I am going to install the PyMongo driver first. Terminal, new terminal, Python -m pip install PyMongo. We have successfully installed the DNS Python and the PyMongo packages. Now we need to install the .env package. Next we are going to install the certify. We have successfully installed all the required packages. Now I am going to create a .env file where I am going to add the connection string. I am going to call the environment variable as MongoDB_URI. This is where I am going to add the connection string. I have logged into my MongoDB account. Click connect. We are going to connect from our application, so click drivers. So the driver Python is already selected and already we have installed PyMongo. So copy the connection string. Paste the connection string here. We need to replace this password with the actual password. I have updated the password and saved the file. Now I am going to add my application code. I am going to call it as transaction.py. First we are going to import OS. Then we are going to import certify. Then we will import prettyprint. Okay. Then from PyMongo import Mongo client. Then from .env import load.env. First let's load the .env. Okay. Then let's get the certificate location certify.var. Okay. Now let us get the connection string mongo. Okay. os dot get env. We need to pass the environment variable MongoDB URI. Okay, we are good. Now we are going to get the client Mongo client. We need to pass the Mongo URI and as well as the TLS CA file equal to CA. Okay, now all good. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to perform a multi-document transaction that is going to transfer the money from one bank account to another bank account. Okay, and we are going to perform this action against an accounts collection which is part of a bank database. So db equal to client.bank and then the accounts equal to db dot accounts. Okay, good. So first what I'm going to do is before performing the transaction, I'm going to find the two accounts, right? The sender account and the receiver account. I'm going to print them, then performing the transaction, then again going to print the document so that we will be able to confirm the transaction is successful. Okay, so that is what I'm going to do now. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to define certain variables, okay, where I'm going to specify the account ID and the transaction amount. Okay, so this is for receiver account ID. Okay, then we need to specify the transaction amount to give it as 100. Okay, so now this is done. So now what I'm going to do is first I'm going to find, okay, cursor equal to account dot find. Okay, so I'm going to find based on the account ID. Okay, then I'm going to use the in operator because I wanted to print both. Okay, so I'm going to now specify the sender account ID comma receiver account ID. Okay, so this is fine. Then for doc in cursor, the return value, I'm going to do a pretty print. Then doc. Okay, so now this is done, all good. Okay, now I'm going to define the callback. Okay, first we are going to specify the session, then I'm going to specify certain variables, okay, which I'm going to pass through. None, then receive, then turn amount to none. Okay, all good. So now I'm going to get the collection to perform the transaction. Okay, so I'm going to call it as accounts underscore equal to session dot client dot bank dot accounts. Okay, all good. So now we are going to perform the transaction. Okay, so what I'm going to do is accounts dot update one. Then first we are going to update the sender account. Okay, equal to sender account ID. Okay, then we are going to use the increment operator and then debit the account from the sender account ID balance. Okay, so I'm going to debit, so I'm going to give trans amount. Okay, so this is fine. Then we are going to perform this on the receiver account 1. Okay, this time we are going to pass the receiver account ID. Okay, account ID. Then again we are going to use the increment operator. Okay, so this time we are going to credit. Okay, trans amount. Okay, so this is all good, fine. So I'm just going to print transaction successful. Okay, so this is all good. Okay, then we are going to return from the callback. So then what I'm going to do is we are going to perform the transaction. Okay, before that I'm going to define a callback wrapper. Okay, so in this I'm going to do the callback. Okay, then we are going to call the send account ID equal to sender account ID and the receive account ID equal to receiver account ID. Okay, then the tran amount equal to trans amount. Okay, all good. Okay, now we are going to start this session and perform the transaction. Dot start session as session. Okay, then session dot with transaction, then I'm going to pass the callback wrapper. Okay, all good. So once the transaction is complete, again I'm going to find and print the same. Okay, then I'm going to do a client dot close. Client dot close. Okay, I'm going to save the changes. Now I'm going to execute the program. Okay, we could see the program got executed successfully. Okay, so first it has find and print both the account details, that is the account ID 102, the sender account ID belongs to Ganesh and he has a balance of 6,800, and the receiver account ID 1006 belongs to Priya and she has the balance of 5645, and we perform the transaction. After the transaction, the sender's account is debited by 100, so now we could see he has 6,700 as a balance, and the receiver account has been credited with 100, so we could see her account balance is 5,745. In this demo we have seen how to create multi-document MongoDB transactions in Python application. If you like this demo, please do like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching the demo.